Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So nothing really going on. We did get the pin bar early in the week. We broke to the upside, came and tested this channel break, and then bounced off the channel break back to the downside. So what we're looking for is structure, and the structure that I'd be looking for is a double bottom right now. Oscillators are pointing to the upside. Trend has basically reversed, although I'd like to see a retest of the 155 again, or even the moving averages, just to confirm it. But we could argue that those two bars there on the 155 EMA was the retest. So it was a break and retest there, and it was also at the crossover. So yeah, trend is down. I think we're just too far from the moving averages for me to get too bearish right now. I'd expect a bit of a move up and then down. So what has happened is the Bank of Japan, Central Bank of Japan, has left their monetary policy unchanged. So we're now waiting for the Feds, and the Feds will come out with their noise later on this evening for South African and European time, and sort of mid-morning for the USA. So at the moment we need to wait on the Feds. There's nothing else we can actually do. Just wait for the Feds. If there are any scalps, then we need to look for the scalps. Right, so 3 hour. Firstly, we have a bit of structure forming, which is right there. It's a bit weak at the moment, but there is structure, and you can see that is a triangle. Now, for those of you that understand sort of consolidation patterns in a downward trend, you can see downward trend. We are in a downward trend at the moment, looking at the moving averages. Consolidation flag, so big move down, triangle. It's 3 touches already. You get a 4th touch, 5th touch, then you're looking for a break. So in other words, you're looking for breaks. Come back up here, come back down here, which is basically just going to range in this triangle. And then the most logical move at this stage, if it was a perfect world, would be wait for a break and a move down. So in other words, a retest of 34,227, you could actually hop in there with a stop above the previous high. That's pretty decent, and you would anticipate a break to the downside, and you'd be looking for something like that, 3,300. 3,300 being a round number as well, and that would be second move. That would be in a perfect world, like a textbook world of price action. In a downward trend, structure, break structure, move to the downside. So that is your potential move to the downside if that structure breaks to the downside. The problem that you have at the moment is it is the US markets, and the US markets typically these kind of setups to the downside very rarely play out when they're on the big time frames, and they more than often sort of play to the opposite side. So what I also said to you yesterday is this channel, we've broken the channel to the downside, and often when you break a bit of structure which is supposed to break in the opposite direction, you break it, it's supposed to break up, not down, you've got a 25% probability of it continuing. So the higher probability is to move to the upside. So with that in mind, look at our oscillators. Oscillators are crossed over, pointing up. We've had this bit of a move here, and this is based on the Bank of Japan. So Asia markets rallied based on that information. So now the next logical step is if the Feds leave their policy unchanged, we're going to rally. If the Feds say, right, we're tapering off, and we're starting to taper off next month or the month after, you're probably going to see us tank a little bit further. So that's kind of the structure that we've got at the moment. So for me, not really keen on anything that I see here. The only positive thing for the bulls at the moment is that big engulfing bar there and this engulfing bar here. So that was going into the close. This is basically the open of the futures market. So I suspect we're just going to range until this evening. So I would wait for the Fed's noise to come out, and then see what the direction is happening. At the moment, this is down. There's no two ways about it. And I think we can actually just delete those two levels there. And what you're looking for the continuation to the upside is a break and retest of 34,376. If you can get that, then definitely up to the top of the channel, then back to the middle of the channel, and then probably a break above the channel. So that's basically if we do break above this level here, which is 34,376. If we do break below At this stage, it is the low of yesterday. If we do break below that, which is 33,779, then I would expect this measured move. And remember the measured move, I've deleted now. Let's just be conservative. That measured move will be down at 3,300. 33,200, should I say. 33,200 is a conservative view. Okay, so that's kind of the structure that I can see at the moment, but I don't think anything's going to transpire today. Not until later this afternoon. So we're probably just going to range in this range that's already formed here, and that's between 33,779 and 34,376. So that's what I suspect is going to happen today. Until we get a move above the moving averages on the hour, this trend is currently sort of in a retracement state. So it's kind of sort of down. Okay, anyway, that's kind of my confused view this morning. Really just sitting on hands until the Feds come out, and then we'll look at it at that point. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.